for others to catch the vapors. This is a style on, that luxury style, y'all. Trying to pile on the dollars in wild forms. Cash and checks, I have to flex. I'm past your next, from the cap to the neck. Pin me a spot on that Forbes list. The patterns and more flips, hitting by now as soon as the store hits.
Hey guys, welcome to the lab. We are back with another exciting episode of Sundaze with the Clink Room. Today joined by my good friend Patrick Flanagan. Flanny, how are you today?
I'm wonderful, man. Thank you for having me, brother.
Great to have you. For those new to the show or new to the channel, you made your debut about a year ago, episode 22. We got you back. I'm excited. I'm going to make a link for everyone to look right there. But yeah, you catch Patrick's first, I guess, introduction. There's a deep dive on, your art history and kind of what got you started and your journey as a collector. So if you guys want to see that, that link is there for you above. But in the meantime, let's get going. Clink Room had themselves a crazy week this week.
Yes, sir.
Deadstock Drop. You're wearing one of the pieces, but for those who don't know,
So good.
Yeah, so good. These are typically hats, leftovers, extras that will deliver right away. So starting off with Haunted Path, Ice Cream Truck, Zombie Kong, and Ghost Hunter. Anything about these hats kind of stick out to you?
Yeah, of course, man. It's always there's some bangers in there. That Haunted Path, man, that was one that it's kind of one of those ones that, it's like, how are they going to pull off that detail? And boom, they did it. They really did it justice. I also like the Ghost Hunters use of the real tree too. It's fun, man, when they start to mess around with other patterns and fabrics and that sort of thing, and it telling a part of the story of the hat as well. And then the other two, I mean, Raphael's a staple in the community, always puts out bangers, and he's kind of made a name for himself too, of like just putting out a bunch of Kongs too that are real strong. They're fun little pack, man.
And an Ice Cream Truck reminds me of like a Twisted Metal
yeah
thing.
A little bit of Killer Clowns from Outer Space type vibe too.
Yeah. And like you said too, Ghost Hunter. We saw the first use of like real tree back when Phil teamed up with Style for Buck Off.
Yeah.
There was like a real tree pack. Met with mixed reviews in terms of the pack because it did have a side patch. Some people didn't like the side patch, some people did. That one was kind of mixed, but I think this is a really strong 4. Haunted Path was one of those semi-controversial ones in that when it went up for pre-order, they changed it to blue. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, that's right.
And then there was such a public outcry that they changed it back to red, which was very interesting. I've never seen them do that, but I think it deserves to be red.
It's cool that they're listening, and yeah, for sure it is. I mean, I completely forgot that they changed the color. I'm assuming it's has its ties to Dracula and all that, so that kind of like blood red and black vibe suits it.
It'd be a cool future colorway too. Future,
you can
mess fresh colorway to do the one that didn't get got. Be like a cool story to it. But
colors if you want.
A strong 4-pack here. And then we got Forest Ranger, Exhumed King, Sky Dragon, and the Pandas. You're wearing Exhumed King, so I'm assuming it's one of your favorites of the page here.
100%. All of them are really strong. Like, Magnus and Brad are both fantastic artists as well, and these are really fun pieces, all of them. This one by Josh is one of those ones that's just like different, man. Like, I saw it and I was like, keeping it in the brown and stuff too, like it is coming out of the sand or out of the rock, wherever it's being exhumed from. And what's nuts is like the embroidery on the brush, like even goes in the directions of the brush strokes. It was just kind of one of those ones that I was like, that is going to be bonkers when they embroider it. This one gets a lot of rotation, and it's I've told Josh too, like I was stoked as soon as I saw it too. It's killer.
For sure. I love hats too that almost look like they're color block like MLB hats. So like this hat reminds me of like an old school like Roberto Clemente,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stargell, Pittsburgh Pirates cap. The pandas for any of the sneakerheads out there, like that one's like a killer one. It's reference to the Panda Dunks. I mean, everyone's favorite.
Oh yeah,
sneaker to hate, but still such a clean black white shoe. Pandas is good. Sky Dragon. I mean, who doesn't like a good dragon on their hat? And then Forest Ranger, kind of this like Yeti, Smokey the Bear kind of character. Really, really good week for Deadstock.
For sure.
In terms of pickups, so you're actually wearing one of the ones I picked up.
Oh, nice.
I actually have a specialist in anthropology, so I did take a lot of.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so growing up, I mean, I didn't do nothing practical with my degree. Sorry, Mom, but yeah, Exhume King was a must, just to see how the embroidery came out.
Dude,
like,
it's killer. This is another one too that I would love to see them like mess around with the colorways in the future and see what else they can do with it. I just think it's going to be one of those ones that if you didn't order it when you do actually see it in hand, it's like I don't know, it's just like perfectly with the layers and stuff and the outline around it. It's a really fun one, and I wear my Clinks to the brewery quite a bit. They let me wear my fitteds there, and this is one of those ones that definitely people are like, what is up with that hat? Like,
yeah, which team is that?
Yes, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, the brush has like texture, like it's so good. The pickaxe has metallics in it, and easily too, he can start doing other type of dinosaur skulls, triceratops,
for sure.
You know, all sorts of different ones. But yeah, this because Josh Wolsey killed it, and then the other one, gotta have the Raphael Zombie Kong. The embroidery on this one is crazy too because it follows like the same pattern as like the silhouette as what we're normally seeing. He just zombified it, so like the little.
So it's like layered into like where he's like rotting and stuff. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So, and then he's got like the little like the little almost blood drips on him.
Yeah, that's dope. I think it's one of those things too. Is like when people start to get more of their hats in, then they start to look at the designs that are hitting the crits and having a different idea in mind of what they're gonna get in hand. You know.
Yeah. And it's like almost like a.
Is that like rifle
green? Yeah.
That's nice.
But these two are an example too of like not trying to force a full body of something.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you see like people force like a whole body image.
Guilty.
No, but then like you don't get as much detail. Like look how much
you
get.
Yeah. Yeah, like these guys and like Aurelian's another one too. Like Aurelian's like his use of like not doing too much. Like I don't think people realize like how well some of that stuff will embroider when it comes out. Like the I'm probably jumping ahead, but like Retro Kong's shipping right now, and that thing looks crazy. Like it looks so nice.
Which one's Retro Kong? The one he did with Heinz?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the embroidery on that looks stupid.
Yeah, it does, man.
Yeah. So, and then it's got like neon green pops, so I'm all in.
For sure. Yeah.
That one embroidered excellent. Like they did a great job kind of taking the art and digitizing it and everything. But all right, moving forward. These next 6 hats are up for their last call. So last chance for everyone to get service. You can disregard the rest. But these 6, I'm just joking. But these 6 hats I will cover, their pre-orders end tonight at midnight. And you have your last chance to get them at the reduced cost. So we got homemade, service, which you did, and buns we trust. Let's talk about the other 2 first, and then you can break down service. But like,
for sure, man.
Give me some some points about homemade and buns we trust first.
Both of those guys, like, those are great, like summertime caps. You know what I mean? Like, Wynn's got the Americana going with the hot dog. I kind of wish it had mustard on the middle just to have like a little bit of a different contrast.
That's only one critique about it.
But it's, I mean, both of those are really like just fun, you know, summer, you know, you would be rocking those in 4th of July, even though Jake's is like not red, white, and blue. It doesn't have to force the issue of, you know, having fun in the summertime and getting some ice cold ice cream, you know. They're cool, man. Great character pieces too. And good use of showing how you can use a full body on the canvas that you're given and then not having to give it legs. Casey's given me that note before in the past of something I sent him, and he was like, it looks great. It doesn't have to have the legs. You don't always have to have it, but you know, Mint made it work on his, and Jake made it work on his. They're great. And Jake he does a great job of like that shine, dude, like making something look like wet and shiny. It's cool. They're both really fun.
Yeah, that one reminds me a lot of like that creepy Homer Japanese from the Simpsons episode. He was on the dishwash fluid or whatever the hell or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's definitely a cool one. His eyes look like tapioca too. So definitely like a kind of like a weird cutesy character. But yeah, all right. What was your inspiration behind Service? What made you want to do something like this?
So what's funny with Service is like, I forget who, I think I was talking with Josh about it recently. This was born, I got basically 2 designs out of like one idea that I started going to. One that hit the crits a little bit ago was blue collars.
Okay.
With that, you know, blue nose pit, having the blue collar. So I was messing around with like drawing a full body pit bull, and then also having, you know, like a wrench and all that stuff, like holding it. And then I was like, it just doesn't really like make sense. And I was like, I don't know. It feels like he should be holding a flag or something. And I actually reached out to Milos because Milos did Flag Bearer a while back. That's a beautiful hat of the Black Panther holding a you know, a black flag, like the no retreat, no surrender type thing.
Right.
And I was like, hey man, you know, I have this idea to do a dog holding a flag and just wanted to make sure you're cool with it. And you know, he was like, yeah, dude, run with it. Like he was super gracious. Yeah, I mean, we are a dog nation here. Like my dog sleeps on the couch and then also decides to get in the bed whenever she wants to. And man, she's just like such an awesome member of our family. And I don't know, man, I'm always like, man, we have so much to learn from them. And like, what did we do to deserve them?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Sometimes we don't deserve them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, it kind of jumped out. I was like messing around with, I had like a paw on the flag instead of the stars at one point. But I was like, I don't know, man. It was just like, felt right to give it a shot with the American flag, you know. So, and I love the colorway they ran with too.
Yeah, it's like a different kind of blue. It's not just like your typical, let's just use the cookie cutter royal. It's almost
right. Yeah, I think
Independence blue, I believe it looks like.
I think he used Seashore.
Seashore, okay.
I think. Yeah.
Either way, both beautiful. If it's Seashore, then it's like that old school Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals that way. If it's Independence, it's a beautiful blue too. Either way, beautiful hat.
Thanks.
Make sure you guys get your pre-order on that. Then we also have Moonkeeper by Milos, which we've seen him reuse this kind of like motif silhouette pose, which is cool. United States of America. This one, I think, according to Jay, it took a little bit of time to get the right versions and iterations right. And
dude, I can't imagine. Yeah,
this one's really cool. That little hidden Easter egg with the USA in the smoke is so cool. And then Travel Ball by Sierra and Fawcett Seth. So Seth Fawcett. First time I've seen pinstripes with red, so this will be really cool and unique. Kind of
classic green under.
Yeah, classic ball. And then with the red pinstripes reminds me just of the seams of the ball of a baseball.
Oh yeah.
Really rad trio here. And anything here that kind of sticks out to you?
I mean, all of them are really like strong pieces from, you know, very strong artists in the community for sure. Yeah, I immediately actually sent the Travel Ball one to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law because my niece plays softball and it's like nonstop, man. Like You
Yeah.
know, my sister's kids are soccer and dance and stuff, and it's like kids these days. Like I feel like, dude, we played sports, you know, in the '80s and whatever. It was like whatever was in season. That's what you played at your rec center. And now
Right.
it's like these guys have like a pro schedule. You know what I mean? Like they're all over the place. So yeah, I immediately knew that was going to resonate with a lot of parents for sure that have you know, gone through that. And I mean, Sierra's a beast.
Yeah. I love how he got the little
Execution.
little Kong on his hat too.
I don't even think I. Oh yeah, dude, I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
I just noticed that.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sierra's such a good artist, man.
And then yeah, I mean Lane and Jay have that like, I mean, all American 4th of July barbecue vibes going. That'll probably be one of those ones too that you know, when you see it, like it'll be even crazier in hand with all the layers they're gonna do with the embroidery. And Milos like doesn't miss like
Yeah.
when he executes
So
something.
so polished now. Like,
Yeah, man, it's so clean, and it's already got a follow up with the knight claiming the crown too.
yeah. I just took it in for United States of America. The barbecue's in the shape of America, like the map.
Oh yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
didn't even take that in, man.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
Good set of hats here. So
For sure.
next we're gonna cover crits. So we're gonna cover we're gonna give you guys an early preview of the 20 hats that will be up for voting tomorrow. Anything that you do see, make sure you guys spam the votes and vote so that they will hit the shop on Friday. Starting off
Nice.
with Unnecessary Roughness. Damn, it's a little 3-pack. So it looks like Creatures are teamed up with Canadian Dadbot and the Grimace for this one. The Grimace does have a football background, which makes it extra cool.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's fun. Another fun character piece, and Creature's been drawing a lot, man, and practicing quite a bit, as you can tell. It's fun. It's cool, and I played football, love dogs, so it'd be something that I'm drawn to. It's kind of another one of those ones that you can do in a bunch of different colorways as well, based on different teams. It is fun to see Grimace get up in the mix. He's great, man, in the community, just very positive and
super nice guy.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad to see him have one out there, and it has to be a football one for him too, for sure. Yeah, it's a cool one. I think that's one that you know, could do well in the votes. It's funny, man. Like, you know, football and basketball and stuff like that, you kind of never know how it's going to go, but
yeah,
dogs seem to be doing well. People like dogs, so I could see it going through.
It's smart too. Like they're staying away from like any obvious team colors. Like the dog's wearing like a copper color. That's not really anything that's gonna flag it in terms of licensing. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's true.
The hat's chrome white with like this wheat color. The dog's biting the flag, which I think is hilarious, and taking out the stuffing of the bear. The bear's got such a funny expression too. Reminds me of that the Mr. Bean bear.
Yeah.
He would always be like
oh no.
Yeah, he'd always be hurting his bear and chopping the head off somehow, some way. So it kind of reminds me of Mr. Bean's bear. But yeah,
this would do really well in Northeast Ohio, obviously, like being near the Browns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, great hat, great start so far.
It's fun. Nice.
Then we got a Shark Week entry. So Shark Attack, Superhero Hines and Aurelian got together. What's your thoughts on this?
It's fun. Again, I was just talking about this earlier, that like even little things where he's like not using bold outline work, like where the color changes from the shark's like chest basically to like his arm and stuff like that. Aurelian just does really fun, clean work, and it reminds me of there was a whole series there where we had Thundercats and Silverhawks back in the 80s, and there was a cartoon that almost nobody remembers, and it was called Tiger Sharks, and it was like followed up basically the same thing, where like these, you know, people would turn into sharks underwater type of thing. So this is already like speaking to nostalgia for me. Is like the old, like, creatures and superheroes and stuff. Love the colors too. Blue's my favorite color, so this is something I would be drawn to for sure. And I know it would embroider really well.
I definitely had some tiger sharks growing up.
Nice.
They also had like the puppet one, right? Where it was like a puppet and
Yeah, I think
it was like a rubberized puppet.
I think that might have been Street Sharks.
Oh, maybe.
I'm a little older than you. I won't say how old.
Then maybe I'm mixing up Street Sharks with Tiger Sharks. Street Sharks had that puppet thing.
Yeah,
like it was like a toy you use as a puppet, but it was like rubber and it looked like really realistic.
Yeah,
yeah,
this is dope, man. Like it basically has like a semi border with the wave going around and the
like
anchor chain ending, so it almost has like a border too. Aurelian's another one of those guys with like Milos and Raphael, those guys that I'm like, I see something, I'm like, how does that not go through? Like, it's dope. It's cool. And
he's got like the anchor kind of like as a shadow, which is like really interesting. Like how it would look underwater almost. So it's like he's got a lot of tricks. And then like this swoosh kind of allows you to just chop the legs off and have them a more natural, like 3/4. Just really good.
Yeah, just clean, man. Real clean.
Number 3, heavy walking. Levi and Bob getting together. What are your thoughts here?
I know Levi loves his Tims. I think this will be one that it'll speak to certain people that are just all about rocking Timberlands. I'm so intrigued that it's something so incredibly different than we're used to seeing. It's neat to try something different, and I guess it's far enough away from actually being a pair of Tims that it's should be fine. That it's just happens to be a pair of yellow boots. Has more of that like kind of street art vibe to it in a way. It's interesting. I don't know. It's not something personally that I'd gravitate towards, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how it does. And like I said, it's nice to have something different and kind of make people think out of the box.
It's tough too, right? Because he's got such a like unique style that works as like an art style, almost like a graffiti style. So I feel like, not that this won't work, I feel like a lot of people voting aren't going to kind of see the vision. So I almost feel like he like almost should either like generate like a more realistic mock-up of it, or even just run it as embroidery on like a blank hat, just so that people can kind of
get the idea.
So like this, I feel like wouldn't. Now I could be totally wrong, right? My initial feeling is that this might not vote well, so we'll never get the chance.
And then tomorrow it rolls out to 60%.
Yeah. Who knows, right?
Yeah, I honestly haven't talked to Levi in a minute, but I would love to like pick his brain. But I think this kind of does lean towards Bob's style too, right? Like, it's interesting. It's cool. And ultimately, at the end of the day, like, man, I've been reading a lot more, like a lot of different books, but especially on creativity and stuff too. And like at the end of the day too, like I was just talking with Steven that I was like, I want to create stuff that I would want, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. So they have a piece that they enjoy, that they're passionate about, and that's cool, man. But I'm interested to see how it does.
It's definitely Bob's style.
Yeah.
What we're used to kind of seeing, but then Levi looks like he kind of like took like the parts of it and kind of accentuated and maybe toned down the extra stuff, maybe like the small details that want to embroider right and stuff like that. So it is cool to see him work with Bob, kind of work together for a piece. Whether or not it votes well, like
we'll see, man.
Tomorrow. Definitely.
You can't predict the crits, it feels like.
I look at some of the results and I'm like, how's my favorite one like last week? I don't understand, but it is what it is. Jacobo, Mariachi Melodies. This one's so fun. What are your thoughts here?
I mean, Jacobo's another one of those guys that you see it and you're like, all right, this has to go through, right? Like, because you can already, I mean, he is getting his designs on minor league team hats. Like this one is ready to go. You know what I mean? Like it's clean, it's fun, it's got movement. You know, yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. You can see like just his progression as an artist and kind of like him working more and more with Brandios. Like you said, this looks like something a minor league team would wear as their like Copa.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
I don't really have any crazy notes for it, other than maybe like the jacket looks like it gets lost a little bit in the sombrero, but I don't know if these like mariachi guys typically they would match, like they would wear the same color. So
yeah,
I don't really know if there's like a fair critique, really, but
right.
It does kind of get lost on the hat, but I don't know how I would change it really.
Right. I mean, even just changing the crown a little bit, like to a lighter color or something. And then I always wonder too, man, because like I'll get notes from people, you know, sharing in the community like we do, and they'll think like something I put out that would be like Oceanside blue. They'll say, "Oh, I like the black one," and I'm like, "Man, how's that look black on your screen?"
Yeah.
Like,
well, even me, I'm looking at two screens. I have a screen here and a screen here.
Slightly
My
different.
smaller screen looks way more lighter than the one on the right. But
interesting. But yeah, it's strong piece, man. And talk about like a fun, silly way of still fitting the whole body in there too. Like he is like, you know, his legs are like straight up like kind of Looney Tunes style, like just wild.
Yeah, but it fits the hat.
It totally fits the canvas. It fits the piece, you know, the energy of it. It's cool. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see.
Number 5, Grizzly Adams. Hines and Poindexter got together for this one. What are your thoughts here?
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's a hilarious pun. I honestly, I don't think I ever watched Grizzly Adams. But it is a pretty funny one. Yeah, silly character piece. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Grizzly Adams, but I did hear like kind of Donovan and Eric kind of break it down. I think there was one that was submitted but never made it. I think Gemini had something to do with it. Yeah, I know he's a scientist and the beakers and whatever. I just feel like it's a little close to my capologist logo, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I could see that, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, it's cool, you know. I mean, it's part of the hat, so I'm not mad about it or anything. It just, you know, reminds me of my own company logo. But the Atom is cool too, you know, Grizzly and the Atom.
Yeah, I could see that. I would say too, like anytime somebody is like has any sort of question in that realm too, to like just reach out to each other. You know what I mean? Because I did it. Even speaking to Donovan with Jay and I were working on Bat Flip, and I was like, man, I swear I saw one. And I immediately went to Donovan because it feels like he's like
the encyclopedia.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know, man. I kind of remember it. And it was like something from like a year past. And then I ended up hitting up Win and chatting with him. And he was like, dude, send it. Like it's been sitting there. So, you know, reach out to each other and, you know, just chat about things. And
didn't Nathan do a Bat Flip too? Hallucinathan?
I don't know. Win's got another one up now that's pretty funny, like a completely different way of approaching the concept too.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Hallucinathan had a Bat Boy. So sorry, he wasn't flipping, but he had a Bat Boy. Yeah, all right, moving forward. Number 6, Farm Ball by Bueno. What do you think of this one?
It's hilarious. Buenos has been busy too, man. He's
been submitting
quite a bit. It's fun. It's fun to see people like just having fun with their style and just, you know, bouncing around different ideas and stuff. This one's hilarious. Like it already kind of looks like an old farmer. Like it sets the tone for you just looking at his face. You know, with that
old farmer like
drain in his mouth. Yeah. You know, total somebody will rock this out to like the Field of Dreams or something for the Field of Dreams game. It's funny.
Yeah. Good piece. He's using that kind of trick, that almost tonal outline, non-outline outline. Yeah, good piece. Character's got a lot of personality. The art's real.
Oh
rad.
yeah.
I love the cross hatching just to show that it's like a trucker hat.
Yeah.
Like a really good piece. Moving forward, we got Cooler Runnings, Soundwave. He's got he's riding in the cooler.
I like it.
The drinks flying off.
I work at a brewery and I live right across the street from Lake Erie, so this is one that jumps out at me right away. And Zach's been busy too. Like he's got a bunch of different pieces out that are like just getting stronger and stronger. And this one's just a lot of fun. Also shows a lot of personality, a lot of movement. It's funny, and I love the lava red and the blue and that sort of stuff too. Kind of speaks to the 80s and 90s baby and me, as people know. Me always throwing Vice Blue on everything.
Yeah. I almost would find it cool too, like if the other cans in the thing
we're having fun.
Yeah, like different types of characters too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely a rad piece for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Four Loko vibes a little bit, like just like that crazy energy drink.
Yeah.
Alcoholic drink. Going for it. Yeah, smooth piece. Good job. And again, another use of like the almost tonal outline too. I love it.
Yeah, and it's cool that the border bleeds into the storytelling as well. That's neat. Now I do kind of wish the other three were just like
like some type of whatever. One guy screaming.
There's a lot to fit in, and I'm sure he already thought of that.
But definitely a cool piece.
That's fun.
All right, number 8,
nice.
Penbow. This looks like a vicious way to attack someone.
I never did this in school, but I remember seeing it. It's interesting to see Heather take a completely different take. When I initially saw it, just scrolling, I thought it was Seamus for a second, because Seamus does realistic items, or the wave with the food dog in it. I have that hat actually. What is it, Tidal or something like that?
Tidal Roar.
Yes, Tidal Roar. That's right. Love that hat. But I immediately thought it. I was like, oh shoot, that's Heather. Mixing it up. So this is kind of one of those nostalgia pieces, like the paper football one that came out a while back too. So I could see it going really well. It would embroider very interesting. But I never made one of these.
Yeah, I can say I never did the Penbow, but I definitely did the rubber band with the strip of paper.
100%.
Hold it. Yeah. That was my weapon of choice. I never did a Penbow, but I can still relate to this. This is still really fun and nostalgic. She posted like a progress video of the sketch to this. It didn't really end up looking like the final product, but
no kidding.
Yeah, showed some versions of it, so that was pretty cool of her to kind of show us the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Moving forward, number 9.
Nice.
This Ump Sucks by J Matz, the Vampire Ump. Not something I would have expected to see, but it's still a funny. It's running out here safe. What are your thoughts here?
Jay's another one of those guys too that does really great character pieces. It's funny, and again, could be one of those things you'd see at a minor league theme night or something like that.
Yeah, kind of Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny. He's missing a call, I guess. The guy was clearly out. You could even have him, doing an out call, instead of a safe call, but it does help with that wing spread. It's fun, man. It's cool. It's good piece. Good colors.
Definitely a cool piece.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was going to say, you can even see the layers probably, having the ump, 3D with the wings.
Yeah, kind of more forward
stuff to give it levels. Yeah.
For sure. Number 10, Bite Me, Mr. Carmen. What are your thoughts here?
I kind of wish the apple had a bite out of him.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm not usually drawn to yellow and green, but you could do a Honey Crisp and it could still be red. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I'd almost like want the eyes to be looking like straight out, instead of kind of off, so that when you're looking at it, it's like looking right at you, like bite me. Um, but it's funny. It's another funny one. I'm
yeah,
not.
I feel like the colors need a little bit of tweaking.
Yeah, yellow and green's like a hard, unless you're like a Green Bay fan. Um,
I mean, it's not that they're bad colors.
mhm.
It's just that the way it's blocked is kind of like different. I definitely it's like a reverse Oakland A's hat, but
Oh yeah.
the white under visor has got to go. Um, I feel like this art is like so polished that it almost looks like a sticker.
Yeah.
Mm, I'm not too familiar with Mr. Carmen's
Me
work.
either, honestly. I
He's
saw
the teacher guy.
somebody suggest a white under on something, um, and I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever even seen a white under.
Yeah, white unders are tough because that's the first thing you touch.
Hmm.
All right, yeah,
Hmm.
this is the teacher guy. So teacher of digital design and animation.
Nice. Oh yeah, he just had that narwhal out. That was like a really good, like kind of cartoonish character piece. That's right.
Right, right. His style, he's got so many different styles too.
Hmm.
But yeah, Mr. Carmen. All right, moving forward. Number 11, Devil's Game. Heather, what are your thoughts here?
Talk about somebody that can mix it up too and go to different styles. Like you have two examples in the exact same crits. Um, Another good. I just realized too the dice is a 6 right on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't tend to, as people can probably tell with the Pope right now. I don't tend to like rock the devil. But I mean, I'm not like opposed to like the Deacon Blue Demons or something like that. But it's a good piece. It's a good character piece. Again, there's not too much to say about some of these that are already like, it's this one has like good animated character vibes, like almost like Gargamel from the Smurfs, like turned into the devil type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, it's just a strong character. It's almost like got a little bit of Phil vibes to it too, which is a good compliment.
Yeah, it's really a cool piece. I just feel like the posture is a little bit off. Um, so instead of him just
Just
holding,
handing it out.
it's just kind of like an awkward pull. I almost would rather him almost be ready to shoot him,
Oh, I gotcha.
like he's throwing them,
Yeah,
or he's I don't know. This looks like an obscene gesture right now, but you know what I mean. I don't know. It's just like an
yeah,
awkward kind of like like he's holding like he was like I don't know. Maybe he's like casting like his
yeah.
maybe I'm not sure, but
It's funny
um,
too. Is like, yeah, that could be the thing. Is like sometimes when people are looking at a specific pose or something that you're not, if maybe it's not coming across, because I know some of my stuff has not come across, like when somebody's like, well, that looks really weird, why are they doing that, and then I explain it and they're like, oh, well, I didn't really get it from that, you know what I mean? So it is helpful to hear that as an artist too, like, okay, how do I make this super clear what this character is doing? And that is something to take a step back, and she may have said something in the post. I don't recall seeing this one. I might have seen it.
yeah,
A lot of
even
Sundaze.
having him just slightly lean forward would completely change the
Mm-hmm.
position a little bit. And like it was cool. Like you picked up like um the 6 here, so like you could tell that she's being purposeful with her dice.
For
But
sure.
then, like someone who's played with dice their whole life, 4 and a 2 would be here, but this would be a 6 or a 1. So like these are like the small little
Dang, bro.
pieces of the of the thing that just like you just got to pay attention to. I mean,
Respect, man. I didn't know that.
yeah, the 3 is here on the back side of the 4.
I'm gonna like start looking around my house for some dice after this to see.
Yeah, I believe I could be wrong, but I feel like this
I
3 is in
trust
the
you,
wrong
man.
spot.
I trust you.
But either way, Devil's Game by Heather. Good job, Heather. I like how the face is generated nice.
Mhm. Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, I just don't love the hand pose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. Moving forward, number 12, Whiff. Sierra. Got the little wiffle ball. What are your thoughts there?
I commented on this immediately when I saw it. It's hilarious. It's so funny. You know exactly what it is the second you look at it. His expression is on point, man. Like, you know, that shame of just swinging with everything you have if you've ever played baseball, and you're just like, oh God,
Yeah,
and you're like seeing it all in one fell swoop. No, it's another banger from these guys.
for sure, for sure.
It's funny.
It's good to see COD back. I haven't seen him around.
I know, me either, actually. I was just rocking the Sushi Slammers.
Nice.
Got it through a trade with Seth. Shout out, Seth. Thanks, buddy.
He's got a lot of
Swingers.
swinging stuff. Yeah. He loves that. So good to see him back.
Mm-hmm.
The hat flying. I don't know if the outline of the hat flying makes it look weird. I'm not sure. Maybe if I don't know if you're connecting them almost would change. I just feel like it's a little awkward that it's like the ball super outlined and then the hat super outlined.
Yeah.
The character doesn't look wrong being outlined, but I feel like the little objects kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do to change it, but
that could be kind of cool though. Is like if it's a contrast enough from the crown of the hat, like removing the outline from the ball and the hat, like making it look like it is separated from the character with the bat would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun idea. But I mean, as is, like, it's kind of one of those ones too. Like, you know, in the summertime, you know, people have often played wiffle ball in their youth, and they know this feeling, and right away it evokes a sense of an emotion. I like it a lot.
For sure. And then they're playing bass. It's like a wiffle ball playing baseball. So I almost wish it was more obvious that this was like a wiffle ball bat, because like that's a little bit different. Almost looks like they're swinging a broom handle.
Yeah.
And then this ball's a baseball. But you know, whatever. Sometimes you got to suspend belief.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, it's a wiffle ball swinging a bat. So
yeah. But I mean, you know, this is a show where we just say and react into it in real time. I mean, it really doesn't bother me. It's just something to talk about.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I think it's one of those ones too that is like nowadays, man, like, you know, you're getting 6 hats every Friday. So if you're going to go spend your money on hats, like, it's got to be one that jumps out at you, and some jump out at people and some don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
it's okay that, you know, everyone doesn't like the same thing, you know?
100%, dude. Yeah.
Like, I remember Matt Gunning came on and he's like, I love the landscapes. I'm like, oh, so you're one of those. So we can still get along, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. You know? You like what you like. Number 13, Hissy Fits. Good to have Adam back.
I was gonna say I hadn't seen Adam in a minute either.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's cool. Another one that, you know, use of, like, there is so much going on, but also there's 3 colors. You know what I mean? White, black, and red. And so there is a simplicity in all of it as well, that, you know, this would embroider really clean too. Yeah, dope. I almost kind of just wish the eyes were just like the little dots. I was just talking with like Aurelian and Milos, those guys, like, you know, like you've seen it. One that jumps out at me is like Aurelian's Noble North Wolf, that just has that bright circular red eye. And it almost like looks like it's staring right at you. But either way, it's already dope, and would embroider really well.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see him back, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a clinker for a long time, but it hasn't had a lot of different hats. I think he's had about, checking the website now, 6 unique ones. 7, including like a recolor.
Right.
Golden Series, but his cut-ups hat is so cool. I cannot wait for that one to come through. But all right, cool. Moving forward. Number 14 looks like Glenn Coco teamed up with Heather for a shrimp cocktail. What are your thoughts here?
I mean, I've had a couple cocktail ones go through, so people know that I'd be about this one for sure. Sundays we do Bloody Marys. Some days, not every day for everybody that is going to come out and visit. So it's pretty hilarious. I commented on this one right away. I don't know that it needs the tuxedo and the cape. Like it's enough just to have the shrimpy in there, with that kind of come hither look.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it totally makes sense to have a Bloody Mary clink, you know what I mean, with some of the beer ones we've had get through and some of the other cocktail designs get through. Phil's Moscow Mule, like it's only natural that there would be a Bloody Mary in there too.
Yeah.
For Sunday brunch, man. I told them they got to do mimosas next.
The ice in the
glass
in the liquid reminds me a lot of that one that I think Win had with the shark in the drink.
Oh yeah,
remember that a couple weeks ago? Like just kind of that effect where you do like a lighter red within the red. So it's like
yeah,
cool trick here. It's funny too. So like you Americans, yeah, it sounds so crazy to say, but you Americans call them Bloody Marys, but in Canada they're Caesars. So, for us, like you gotta have the salted rim. That's number one.
Yeah.
So it'd be funny too if he like his finger was maybe like a little bit like like maybe he rubbed the glass or something.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And you can almost have like, do you use just like straight up salt, or is it like Old Bay or like tahini or something like that? We've done that.
I'm not sure what salt they use, but they definitely salt the rim of the.
Bro, an Old Bay on your Caesar, Old Bay rim. Oh,
yeah. Probably
solid.
I mean, you're the professional. I'm not, but I'm just the drinker. But definitely got the salted rim, and then we also have the crazy. Definitely have the celery.
Okay,
that is the gross part of the celery to be thrown in there, by the way. But got the celery, and then we have like it will come with a crazy like meat stick. It's like pepper and like different things, olives,
like pickles and olives and stuff.
Yeah.
Down in New Orleans they do spicy beans too. It's like a pickled green bean.
Yes,
spicy, really good.
So like different things for that I think would be cool. Yeah, for me, I like the Caesars like extra dirty, so they're gonna throw in a little bit of pickle juice in the thing.
Bro, you guys do horseradish and Worcestershire in
the Caesar?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I believe. I have to check that. We'll have to fact check this on that. Whatever.
Yeah,
we just order the Caesars, but like Caesar is like definitely like a summertime drink in Canada, and they get crazy. Like some people pull like all kind of crazy. Like meats and different things, like you said, like the pepperoni. I mean, the pickled bean, pickles, olives, all sorts of shit.
So, do they do shrimp in the Caesar?
No.
Oh no. Okay. You definitely see them from time to time over here. Bacon's become super popular.
Yeah,
too,
bacon.
Like getting bacon in there. But yeah, I mean, here we are going on about Caesars and Bloody Marys, but I mean, it's a fun one. It's a conversation piece.
Hell yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see what they would do with it too. Like they may mix it up, if it does go through, or either way, I think it'd be a fun clink to have.
Definitely, yeah.
No, Sundaze at the brewery.
I can see this one getting through. This one's good
for sure.
All right, moving forward, number 15, we got From the Rough, CBS. What are your thoughts here?
Really strong one. I think I commented on this one right away because Todd Massey, he's a disc golfer. So I was like, right away, Todd's all over this one. It is, I don't know. Honestly, I don't play Frisbee golf. I played one time in New Orleans. My buddy and I went out and mosquitoes were everywhere and it was nuts. And we just got ate alive. And I was like, I'm good, man. I'm calling it. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I just haven't been back out there. So it is like a niche thing, and he even said that, but it is a dope piece, like as far as like the trees and stuff, and then having do they call it a hole, right?
I have no idea, but yeah,
they call it a hole.
They throw it
in. Yeah, it's like a Frisbee golf hole, I think.
Yeah.
Being back there in like kind of the shadow, it's a really strong piece and really cool. But again, I personally wouldn't be drawn to it just because I don't play frisbee golf, but you know, it's one of those ones that'll look really cool when it does come through.
Yeah. Chad's such a rad artist.
Mm-hmm.
It's got so much personality, almost motion too. Like the bear, you
Mm-hmm.
can almost see him getting ready to really, you know, chuck the frisbee. It's got this good use of mint now that mint's back.
Love that, dude. Yeah.
The thing with it is like part of the thing too is like Noble North has done such a good job of branding with that star that this I just can't unsee. Like it makes me feel like it's a Noble North piece, but definitely a really cool piece by Chad for sure. Got a little bit like Memphis Grizzly vibes, a little bit too. Teal and the Browns.
Yeah.
Real smooth, real smooth. Number 16, Refresh Increase. What are your thoughts here?
This was another one that I like chuckled at as soon as I saw it. 14.8 has such like a unique style too in the community that it like it's kind of one of those ones, you know.
He's got like the Halloween year-round vibe too.
Yeah.
Kind of like got that down.
He's almost like the Tim Burton of the Clink Room.
Right.
Kind of like a you know, yeah, like you said, more Halloween vibes, but it's really cool, man. And another one too that would like, you know, the levels that they would do on the like, even though there's not that many colors, there's not a whole lot of bold line work. That would look really cool embroidered. It'd be fun to wear on a summer night when it's still hot outside, like the heat wave we're getting here. Sound like I'm complaining about it, even though I'm from Florida.
No, there's a heat wave going on here too.
Yeah, but it's a fun piece. It's cool, man.
Yeah,
I feel like I've said that a lot, but a lot of these are really fun. You know.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool, like if he like hid almost like a frozen spider or something inside it, just like an extra, just like an extra layer to it. But he's done a great job to like simplify his style, but still make sure that this thing would embroider really well.
For sure.
Taking it back a little from before when we were talking to like Bob Fryer, I almost wish he would kind of take notes to it. It's like 14.8 is still able to do his style, but then still able to deliver a hat that would embroider badass.
Right.
Whereas I feel like Bob almost sticks to his style too much, but doesn't make it embroiderable, if that makes any sense. So,
but, I mean, I can't, dude, like you were saying, like I jumped on with you a year ago, and I started kind of focusing on the Clink Room when I learned of them in like, I want to say it was like 2021, I think. And I mean, I look back at some of the stuff that like didn't make it or even did make it, and I'm like, oh man, I could have done this and that, and like, so I think it comes with time and and like he's adapted so quickly. He's already like a crazy talented artist too.
My concern is that like I worry that like he puts in a lot of time or he does a lot of like tries and then doesn't get the immediate like satisfaction or the immediate
right.
And then we kind of lose him, like that's
what I
hope
hope not, because I think I messaged him with the like kind of the Japanese series he had going with like the stealth and the Sakura and then the ninja knife, and I loved that Sakura, man, and like the simplicity of the design would look so beautiful in the levels that he had with like the star and the Sakura, and it's something like this that would look really nice. But I think Casey sees that too, as obviously as like you see some of the stuff that pops up like a couple weeks later where it may have not gotten like at like 40 or 50% or whatever, but it still got some strong votes, and there was obviously people that were interested in it.
Oh, you're talking about Neil. I was talking about Bob.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Neil's he's had some hits, man. I'm just saying, for Bob in terms of like, I would hate to see him like not get the results, and then we
get discouraged.
Get discouraged and he stops doing it. But I think Neil is fun. Like if he uses Neil as like kind of like a guide rail or a kind of like I'm trying to explain this. Like
Just an example. Like,
yeah.
somebody
Like
is,
a case study
you know,
of like how you maintain your style. You don't sacrifice the stuff that makes it your work, but
mhm,
still deliver like a
right.
kick-ass product. Like I think
Yeah.
he's like a good example of that because
Yeah, for sure, dude.
on surface you might look at it and be like, "Oh, this is simple," but on the other hand, we see this and we know that this is a 14/8 piece. So,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, moving forward. Number 17, Flora July, like a little pun there, 4th of July. I don't know if anyone pronounces it like that, but still a really, really fun piece. Junker and Levi got together for this one. What are your thoughts?
hmm This is another unique piece too. It's funny Levi's involved with this one as well. That like there is like such a disconnect. Like there's so much happening with the story that it's not all touching. You know what I mean? Like it's spread out. Um, it would be interesting to see Clink tackle something like this. Um, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, and it does look like it's like a firework going off, like
Mhm.
boom, right there on the canvas.
All right.
Huh. I don't know the story behind it. I didn't see this one actually.
I remember.
I think that's part of it too. Is like um, knowing the story sometimes too. Like can either entice you more into the hat and to like because that's what it is at the end of the day too. Is it like does it resonate with you or not? You know.
Yeah. So they wrote Fireworks Boom, These Ones Bloom, a representation of summer's loudest holiday through nature's quietest symbols. So
Nice.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like still Americana, American
Mhm.
without being American.
For sure. It's got
The
kind of
only like I mean, there's so much craziness happening, political and stuff. We're not gonna talk about that, but
yeah.
one thing that kind of gets lost in the sauce is that these become France flags. So I don't know what you would do to change that.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
But yeah, there's two French flags here. But still it's like a cool piece, standard Americana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Colorway. Really cool. It's a pun, it's a good conversation
hmm
starter. I almost wish there was kind of like J Mats and lane level of like hidden Easter eggs, maybe like it
hmm
spells
hmm
boom or spells, happy for I don't know, something.
Yeah, you don't even necessarily need the thing that's exploding. If you had, you could. And again, this is like me spitballing ideas because like I
Yeah.
didn't come up with this concept. And both these guys are great artists too, and good dudes. But like you could almost have like the one flower smack dab in the center with like other flowers going off around it. Like when you see that like kind of grand finale of a fireworks show where it's like
Mhm.
boom, 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 and that kind of what they're going for. And yeah, you maybe don't even need the piece that is exploding and just have the flowers be the fireworks and uh, tell that story on their own. Um, but
Right, yeah. Because I feel like, yeah,
then
there's a little something missing here, maybe potentially.
again, like another unique piece that gets people talking and spitballing ideas, and that's a lot of fun. They got that fly. I forget what it's called, but it's got that kind of like 3D vision that just dropped on Friday too. And
Oh
that
yeah, Point Pleasant Legend.
is no, it's just dropped on Friday. Like obviously this is
Mhm.
going back in time. Um,
Yeah, I
but
didn't even look at to see what
but another
yours made it.
unique piece, Fly High. This one here,
Oh, right.
where it kind of looks like a 3D vision, and it's neat when there is stuff that's unique and you know kind of gets you chatting. Oh, my phone's
Yeah, I feel like that one has been around for a long time.
It was a while back because it hit the crits and then it didn't come through. So Casey
Yeah,
must have had it in the queue.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't even see the pre-orders that came out. Okay, cool. Interesting choices. All right, moving forward, we got Sex Appeal, Funky Turtle design. We were thinking, well, this one.
It's pretty funny. I do like kind of like the Vice colors and stuff like that. I would almost like I'm getting that that image in my head of like, and I don't know if you see it in Canada a lot, like that, like old vintage, like sticker of a female that you'd see on like on a truck sticker or something, or on the mud flaps of a truck. Almost make I don't know how you would do it, make the banana like maybe a little curvier or something. I don't know. It's pretty funny. It looks kind of like he went with like a tonal under as well, which I know some of you guys is like a big no-no. But I don't know. It's funny. She could also like be lifting up her glasses, kind of like looking at you. This could be a Savannah Bananas theme night.
Yeah. I feel like the Vice colors almost work against the yellow. I would like never
wash it out a little bit.
It's not even that it's washed out. It's just it's so far from the color wheel. I guess the yellows from like the blue and the pink. I don't know what I would do to change it. The problem too is the face, like the face area plus the bikinis almost makes it look like it's like male genitalia as opposed to a sexy woman. Whatever.
Now I can't unsee that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, is it a cool piece? Yeah, it's a cool piece. It's a good pun. Will it have mass appeal? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's pretty amazing that like the Savannah Bananas put on a heck of a show, and it's hilarious that they just like they went with the bananas because it's like funny. It's not something that's like, you know, normally you like jump out and just be like, yes, I want to root for the bananas type of thing. Right. So yeah, I see what you're saying about that. I can't unsee what you said. That's all I can see now.
Yeah. All right, we'll change it before we get banned. Number 19, Matt Bells and Whistles comes back with the Plague Rats.
Nice.
What are your thoughts here?
I like it. I like the. I'm kind of drawn to like the swinging mascots. Kind of similar to how it could almost be like a series with Josh's zombie who was like swinging its own leg type of thing.
Yeah, that was so rad.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the kind of neon yellow or green or cyber, whatever you use there with the black. And Matt does a lot of like telling a story in the negative space too. How the rat is black and, you can still see like all where his body is and stuff, even just by using some highlights here and there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I loved like the sports themed swinging anything, so I'm all in. This reminds me of a hat that we did a couple of years ago for Clink Vision, like the fart swirls with the black and like this. Yeah, so this is a really cool piece for sure. I like it. And you could probably do the white and glow in the dark if you really wanted to and stuff.
It even has a little bite on the arm.
Yeah, the little bite here. Good piece for sure. All right, moving forward, we got the last but not. Oh, go ahead.
No, this one. Okay. It's cool to see this one in.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Zach got this in before into the crits.
I think he did. This is, I think, like a recolor or maybe like some changes. I think the original one was kind of like off center maybe and kind of like a different perspective. I want to say. But the treble clef is back.
It's dope. I mean, I thought like this is one of those ones that as soon as he posted it, I thought this was like, oh, this is a shoo-in, like for sure. That'll be like classic. And, talk about like, I mean, he used basically like two colors, I guess, if you include the black as well. But yeah, super clean, like iconic looking logo. With like the use of the barbed wire, the chain, the chainsaw and the snake. I thought it was super clever. And I was really surprised this one actually didn't go through the first time. So it's cool to see it get another shot. And again, I like seeing use of different, fabrics and stuff, throwing the camo on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It seems like he changed the colorway a little bit. the image looks pretty similar, not that much
Okay.
different maybe. But yeah, it was definitely a red under before. But
Okay.
yeah, this is a cool one. It's glad to see that it's got another shot.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes it through.
For sure.
All right. And now moving forward, we have the challenge of the week. So
Oh man.
last weekend was the first weekend of summer, and you made mention of it a couple times. I think most of North America and even the rest of the world is in that crazy heat wave. So I
Oof.
propose Summer Week. We got the Melon Warrior kid. The AI couldn't really generate what I really wanted there. I just wanted like someone wearing like a watermelon helmet, like a
As like
hollowed
as like
out helmet. It's like a maybe like a watermelon sword, just kind of be like a melon warrior. Then we got just a dude like robbing a yacht. I don't know on a jet ski, like a jet ski bandit.
Interesting.
Then we got
At
on the
bottom
bottom
left.
left, again, all AI generated, so sometimes it doesn't really understand my ideas. So at sushi, one of my favorite pieces of sashimi is the surf clam. So
Okay.
that was my interpretation
Nice.
of clam surfing. So surf clam. Then we got the mussel shark on the bottom, and then the bottom right. So this was an idea I pitched to Tony years ago, and then admittedly, like Win did like a version of this where he's like a Grim Reaper on the hammock. But I've always wanted to do, like just like a Death Can Wait or like a Grim Reaper on Vacation style.
I have to text myself something or else I'll forget.
Yeah. So, yeah, just Death Can Wait / Grim Reaper on Vacation. Like this always reminds me of like I don't know if you remember the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where they just hang around with the fucking the Grim Reaper all the time, and he was actually like a funny character.
Yes, dude. Yeah. Of
So,
course, it's William Sadler. Yeah, yes, Bill and Ted were a very large part of my childhood, probably into my 20s as well.
yeah. So I always felt like it would be like a funny, like just to turn him into like a humorous character, kind of like
Right.
The Grim Reaper in that movie. So yeah, that's the challenge of the week. Again, anything you guys create, it's all yours. You can even take these concepts and make them your own. I don't care. But yeah, just the challenge of the week. Summer's here. This is my favorite. I'm a Cancer, so
Me too, man.
yeah. So summer is my favorite season. I mean, now as I get older and larger, the heat isn't always the funnest thing to do, but I do love summer. So
I've really grown to appreciate the fall in Northeast Ohio for sure.
Now, if you can just leave the weather as like fallish, early spring without the rain, I'm cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But summer's good too. I mean, summer's good in the sense that like it's furthest from the winter, like, or maybe I guess spring would be the furthest.
I feel like that's going to get a lot of people's wheels spinning, especially like you said with the heat wave going on. You'll probably get a lot of fun and a lot of variety out of that too, because everybody's doing something different in the summer. That's cool. That'll be a fun one. You got my wheels spinning.
Nice. All right. So before we leave, any last words to the people before we part ways?
Be excellent to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
That was a Bill and Ted reference, bro.
That movie's. I watched that movie as a kid, so I didn't really understand. Like,
oh, you should probably go back and check it out.
Yeah, I got to check it out again because like them going. I guess they go downstairs and
they sure do.
Stuff. So I don't really think I fully understood that concept. So maybe
that's your homework, Leon.
Yeah, I mean that's Keanu Reeves, man. Like when he was young.
There's the third one now. Kid Cudi's in it.
Oh, really? I didn't even see part 3, but 1 and 2 definitely watched it. And didn't fully grasp what was happening.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. Just your energy and your positivity, man. I think the Clink world needs more of it. So I'm glad to
appreciate
have
it, man.
And get you on it. I love just chopping it up and getting your perspective on things. So
heck yeah, man. And hopefully, like I said, I always have a hard time like critiquing pieces and stuff because I don't know somebody's approach to that particular piece. But hopefully, anything I provided was of use and helpful to anybody, because everybody in the community has been super helpful. And as I mentioned earlier, like, I've definitely learned and grown a lot from the people that I've admired, their work. So
For sure. For sure.
just happy to be here, Coach.
Awesome. And at the end of the day, man, nothing we say is with malice or any ill
For sure. No.
We always want to see everyone succeed and, do better. So, yeah, just if you feel a type of way and you want further clarification, you can always reach out and whatever. But
Heck yeah, man.
I'll never, sit here and just tear someone apart just for fun or anything like that. But
no, not at all.
Yeah,
cool, man.
So for Flanagan and Leon, we're out of here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Peace.
You're at the end of the world, as you know it, my dude. Time is up and you out of mood, so what will you do? It's the BP mercenaries not here to...
Brought to you by VFTV.